Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, we know Rachel Reeves is a failure in every conceivable way. Everything she says or does or thinks or implements fails massively. And of course, we all know the reason for this. This is because she's an incredibly stupid woman. I mean, quite literally one of the most stupid people to ever go into politics. And she's a liar and a fraudster. She pretended to be an economist. She's no more an economist than my dog. And you can tell that by the policies. No proper economist would be stupid enough to implement the things she's doing. And we've shown how virtually everything she does that she thinks is going to raise money ends up costing money, not raising it. This is quite a common thing, because unless you're an economist, you wouldn't understand these things, or an accountant. You understand basics of these things. But of course, she's not. She's just little complaints, sits on the complaints desk going, "Hello, computer says no." That's literally her job. Thick as champ. Well, the bright idea that she had to implement VAT onto public school fees, the private education, is backfiring massively. We've already shown how it's already going to cost more than it's going to raise. But another example of that is what's happening in Caritas School in Banbury in Oxford. It's a minor public school. It costs about £18,000 a year to send your child to this school. It's co-ed, so boy or girl. They go there. And they get a good education and well-rounded. So not only do they have excellent academic results, although I'm not a salesman for the school, you understand. I'm just saying the facts. They have excellent academic results. Little Johnny or Jemima comes out the back end and straight into, Oxbridge, straight and get their degree. And they're out into the world, fresh-faced, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and with a nice, still warm off-the-printer degree to wow their prospective employees with. And that's how it's been for quite a long time. And of course, not only do they do the academic side, they also have a sporting side as well. I believe it was Aristotle, wasn't it? Mens sano in corpore sano. No, mens sana in corpore sano. A healthy mind in a healthy body. That wouldn't have been Aristotle, that's Latin. So it would have been, I don't know, pick a Roman. Anyway, whoever it was. So that's all very fine and pleasant, and that's why these parents pay the money and send them to schools like Caritas. However, Caritas have decided that because of the VAT being applied, they can no longer offer their services at the prices required. And so what they're doing is they're closing the school. It's gone. And as of today, effectively the last day of term, it's not reopening after Christmas. They've gone. And so instead of the sort of 5 or 6% that they expected of private pupils going into the state sector, 100% will be going into the state sector because there is no other school available. None of the other local private schools have got the capacity. And so these pupils are going to have to all go into the state system. Oh dear, they hadn't thought of that. So how much VAT is she going to raise out of that school? None. And yet it's going to cost 2 million extra in educating these children each year. 2 million a year for these children who would otherwise have gone into private education. Oh dear. Rachel, what is actually wrong with you? I mean, I find it hard to think that you are as stupid as you think. Or at least as we think. In your mind, you're genius. Towering genius that is Rachel Reeves. But we all see it. Yeah, you are thick. But it must be very hard, I think, to function as a human being while being that thick. But then they're not really, are they? They don't function as human beings. They've got no understanding of what being human is. They're like pre-programmed androids. But there we go. So you're going to have all these children, previously parents who were paying their taxes in full, but they're not availing themselves of the educational part of that taxation, forking out their own money. Now, these parents are now going to be £18,000 per pupil richer each year. They might be able to, I don't know, find where the nearest, bestest school is and buy a house there. Boom. Pushing up the house prices, which means that nobody who wants to come in and go to any particular good school will be able to afford to live near the good school, because all the rich people will be buying up all those houses and pushing up the prices. And so that good comprehensive will continue to be a good comprehensive, because you're getting all the best pupils going in there, all these people from the public sector, the public school system going in, raising the thing. So the school becomes a super school. No, it's the best school in the area. Ooh. So everyone who's got the money will go in and carry on buying. And then it swirls upwards. It's a school with good results. We'll buy in, pushes the prices up. So only the wealthier can get in, but the wealthier will probably have the wherewithal to educate little Johnny and Jemima as well as the school doing it. And so the school carries on getting better. The house prices carry on getting higher. Meanwhile, you want to send your child to that school. Sorry, can't. Well, if I bought a house in the area, if you buy a house in the area, that's fine. Have you seen the price of the houses? And that's exactly what it is. So exactly the same thing happens. Exclusionary rich-only education, but this time the state's paying for it. Good choice. This is what happens when absolute thickos, dimwits, nincompoops, okay, I'm going to say the word, fucktards, like Rachel Reeves, are allowed to make policy rather than doing what they should be doing, mopping floors, stacking shelves, clearing out drains, something well within their capabilities for such stupid people. I mean, basket weaving. There you go, Rachel. Go sit in there with the other retards. Do a bit of basket weaving. Dribble. Someone will come and wipe the dribble off your chin. Because honestly, that's where you are. That's your level. If you thought anything other than what is happening was going to happen. And this is only one policy. This is only one of her policies. Don't forget, every other policy she's trying is failing. Some of them failing harder. I mean, in years to come, there's going to be a sitcom or something. They'll make a video of this, won't they? Be a new BBC, well, it won't be BBC, but a new ITV 6-part comedy, Labour in the 2024s, And it'll be the mid-20s Labour. And there'll be people looking back and go, yeah, that was never that bad. Nobody was that stupid. And we'll all be going, the real ones were worse than this. That's the Labour legacy, though, isn't it? Impoverishment, misery, and failure. Because they're all exactly the same. Thanks a lot. Bye.